Just like Bridget Jones, the sad fact is that around 80% of people will fail to stick to their New Year's resolution. So how can you make sure you're not one of them? Associate Professor Amanda Gordon is the Armchair psychologist, and she joins us now. Good morning and happy New Year.
Good morning.
So what is it that people most commonly want to change at the start of a new year?
I think we all know that. It's to lose weight.
Isn't that interesting?
Most common thing in Australia. That's what people want to do.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
And why do people so often fail to keep their New Year's resolutions? And is it because, and I always suspect this, that the fact that they're New Year's resolutions and they're sort of procrastinating to the new year is half the reason why they're not keeping them anyway?
Well, that may be a reason. I think there are a number of reasons that people fall down. The first one is they make very useless resolutions, such as Bridget Jones losing 20 pounds. I mean, that's a ridiculous goal.
What's that in...
I thought you meant not go out with me.
What is that,
About
kilos?
9 kilos or 8 kilos.
Oh, a stone and a half.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
Weight, yeah.
It's a lot of weight.
That's a lot of work.
So, yeah, and the goal should be something that's achievable and something for which you can reward yourself quickly. So the goal should be, I will change my eating behaviour or my exercise behaviour in a noticeable manner, because we can't make a goal an outcome of our behaviour change. The goal should be the behaviour change.
Well, it is a blanket statement to say, I just want to lose weight.
Yeah,
Like, how do you do that?
What about the rest of your life?
Yeah.
What about all the
definition
other
of a
things?
goal and outcome, though? Like, isn't the whole point of a goal is it's something to work towards, and the behaviour change is that...
But we don't have New Year goals, we have New Year resolutions. We
right,
resolve
okay,
to
okay,
change
yeah.
our behaviours.
Okay.
But if we turn it into a goal, we're going to fail.
It's always tricky to lose weight when you've just eaten your body weight in turkey and ham and
Yeah,
pudding
it is
for 4 days.
problematic.
But you've got some tips. Let's go through your top pieces of advice. Only make a resolution that can be measured in results. So you mean...
Well, if you make a resolution, as I say, that is, I will lose weight, then that is the outcome of the behaviour change, and that's not easily rewardable.
So what should we say instead?
What we should say is, today I will eat a sensible, balanced diet. And when I do that, I will say to myself, well done, or give a tick. Or for me, for instance, my resolution this year is to write more. So I have set myself a goal of writing 600 words. And my reward, and I've had 2 days, this is my 3rd day, but January the 1st and January the 2nd, I wrote 200 words. I wrote. And I gave myself a tick in the diary. And so I need in my diary, so I like a physical diary, so I can see the ticks accumulate when I do the right thing. So that is an easy, measurable goal. 600 words written, not I'm going to write a book this year.
Or,
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah.
Or 600 calories a day. Although
Yeah.
that's
I've got to
pretty
tell that to my
realistic.
publisher.
Yeah,
Next
it
up,
works.
word your resolution in the positive, not the negative. Why is that important?
It's very hard to reward yourself for not doing something.
Okay.
It's much better to reward yourself for having done it.
They say that with kids as well.
Yeah.
Never tell them to stop doing something, always tell them to do something.
This is the
I
thing to
actually
do.
find it really works.
And so, for instance, if you want to stop smoking cigarettes, the reward is not, I didn't smoke something today. It's rather, I found something different to do when I was feeling stressed or distressed, or when there was a smoker at work. In other words, I needed to escape the workplace and go outside, and a cigarette is my excuse. I found something different to do during that time.
Replacement behaviour.
Replacement behaviour works really
Instead of
well.
I'll stop eating bad food, I will start eating
Good food, much better.
Next up, reward yourself for small achievements towards any goals.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't want to reward yourself for not smoking by eating chocolate. What have you got to do?
All right, but say you don't smoke. In other words, you haven't spent the exorbitant amount of money a packet of cigarettes now costs. Then put that money into a jar, and that's your slush fund.
That's how I
not to buy other cigarettes, and not necessarily to buy chocolates, but maybe to go for a massage or to do something that makes you feel good.
Shoes. I've said it
Shoes.
before. When I gave up
Shoes.
smoking, the first year's cigarette money, I put in a jar and I bought a Tiffany diamond necklace.
But do
and
it
right
week
now
by
you could
week.
buy Tiffany's.
It's
With the price they are now.
But you could even buy do it day by day. Today I didn't have a cigarette. Previously I had 10 cigarettes. What does that come to in financial? And as the money grows, you'll be more and more inclined to want to fill that jar rather than to buy the cigarettes.
Now, tell a friend about your resolution and use them for support.
accountability.
Great psychological evidence that people are much more likely to achieve their goals when they actually talk to other people and tell them they're doing it. You might even find a friend who wants to do it with you. So if my goal is to increase my exercise and perhaps go for a walk every day, then maybe I'll find a friend who'll walk with me, and it is so much more likely that I will get up and walk if someone is waiting for me outside the door than if it's just up to me.
Absolutely.
Will you walk with me, Peter?
No.
But you did ask and make it public that you wanted.
Yeah, and plan a celebration when you achieve your goal.
Yeah.
So what's an example of that?
There are so many examples of it, aren't there? When you've been eating healthily and feeling good about the way you eat, have a dinner party with healthy foods and ask your friends to join you and engage with you. But don't have the blowout of all the foods that you haven't eaten for the last month as your celebration. Make it smart, make it a continuation of the joy that you're feeling as you achieve what you've set out to at the beginning of the year.
Right.
If I asked my
good
friends to a dinner
advice.
party with healthy food, there'd just be a tumbleweeds drifting through the door.
Indeed. Well, that's great advice. Amanda Gordon, thank you so
You're
much
welcome.
for joining us.
Thanks, Amanda.
Thanks so much.
Really good advice.